Good afternoon, everyone. So in today's video, we are going to discuss test 25, and obviously we have an objective part and subjective part. So we will begin with the objective part. So it is single answer MCQs. Right, so the first question is, if CP and CQ are two tangents to the circle with center O. So there is a circle, center O, and CP and CQ are tangents, such that angle PCR, this angle is 110 degrees. You need to find angle POQ as in this angle. Right? Okay, now let's see, tangents. Relationship between tangents and radii. Definitely, the point of contact, I'm joining it with the center. This angle is 90 degree. This angle is 90 degree. अच्छा ये वाला angle नहीं पता मुझे. नहीं तो quadrilateral. Oh, ये 110 है, right? This formula नहीं आता है. This angle is 70 degree. Right? This is 90. This is 90. This is 70. This will be, come on, angle sum property of a quadrilateral. This will be 110 degree. As in option C is the correct one. Alright, so the next question is, three cubes, each of side length 6 cm are joined end to end. Three cubes. So suppose this is my first cube. Right, I need to draw another cube. So suppose this is my second cube now. Right, and the third one would be something like this. Right, 1, 2, 3. Three cubes are joined side to side. Right, you need to find the total surface area of the resulting cuboid. Now, this is definitely a cuboid. Now, if I want to write the total surface area, as in what? The formula is 2 into LB plus BH plus HL. Right? I need length, I need breadth, and I need height. So length of this cuboid, the entire length. Now let's see. The entire length will be, okay, I know this is what? 6, because side length is 6. This is 6, this is 6, this is 6. That means the entire length is 18. Right? 18 centimeters. Good. Then let's talk about the breadth of the cuboid. Now breadth of the cuboid will be 6, obviously. Right, and the height will also be 6. Right, now you know the length, which is 18, you know the breadth, which is 6, and the height, which is 6. So let's just put in the values. So 2 into L, that is 18. 18 into 6, that is 108. Right, plus breadth is 6, height is 6. So 6 into 6, 36. Plus this is 6, this is 18. 6 into 18, that is 108. And you can very well find out this turns out to be 504, obviously centimeter square. So option A is the correct one. Now the next one. Now obviously the table is given to us, class interval frequency. Now I need to find the sum of lower limits of what? Median class as well as modal class. So first of all, let's identify the modal class. Modal class. Now mode. Mode is what? Layman's term. It is the value of the observation which most frequently occurs. Most frequently occurs. That means the frequency should be the highest. So in which interval the frequency is the highest one? 10, 15, 20. Oh, no, 25 actually. 25. Right? So that means the highest frequency is here. So we can say 20 to 25 is my modal class. Right? If I know the modal class, that means I know what? This 20 to 25 nahi hai. This is 9. Oh, damn it. 9 hai. Shit. Right. चेंज कैसे हो गया 9 है मेरा. Alright, so So now you have to consider this table, class interval and the frequencies are given. You need to find the sum of lower limits of what? Of median class as well as the modal class. So if I can identify the median class and modal class, I can tell its lower limits, right? So let's talk about the modal class first. Now how do we define mode? Come on, the layman's language. The value of that observation which most frequently occurs. That means the frequency should be highest. Now, in this case, let's see, the highest frequency is here. That means the corresponding class interval can be known as the modal class, right? So, 15 to 20 is my modal class. Perfect. Now, I need to find the median class as well. Now, median, how did we define median? It is the value of the middlemost observation, right? Middlemost. First of all, I should have the cumulative frequency column. So let's make the cumulative frequency column. Right? So first will be 10, then 10 plus 15, 25, then 25 plus 12, that is 37, 37 plus 20, that is 57, 57 plus 9, that is 66. Right? Total number of observations, obviously 66. Middlemost. So 66 by 2, that is 33. Now I need to find out where this 33rd observation lies. Now till here 10 observations have been covered up. Till here 25 observations. I need 33rd. Right? Till here 37 observations have been covered up. Right? So that means my 33rd observation will be covered up somewhere in this interval. So that means the middlemost value will lie in this interval, or I can say this is nothing but the median class, 10 to 15. Now, you want the sum of lower limits. So, 15, 10, sum is 25. So, option D is the correct one. Alright, so the next question. He says a chord of a circle of radius 28 centimeter subtends an angle of 90 degree at the center. Alright, so I have a circle and obviously O is my center, right? Radius is 28. Now there is a chord which subtends an angle 90 degree at the center. Suppose this is my chord. This subtends the angle 90 degree at the center. So this angle is 90 degree, right? So this is O, let this be A, let this be D. Now radius is given, that is 28, so that means OA and OB each is equal to 28, right? He says find the area of the corresponding minus segment of the circle. Minus segment. Now corresponding. So corresponding minus segment would be this part. So I need to find the area of this minus segment. Now I know I can easily find the area of the minus segment. How? If I subtract the area of this triangle from the entire sector. Right? If from the sector OA, let's name this C, the entire sector, if I subtract the area of this triangle, I'll be left with this area of the minus segment. Right? So, let's write it. Area of minus segment is area of the sector. Now, area of the sector is what? Theta by 360 degree. Now, theta is the central angle. That is 90 degree. So, 90 degree by 360 degree into pi r square. Now radius is obviously 28 into 28 into 28. Now from the area of the sector I need to subtract the area of the triangle OAB. Oh, right triangle, right? As this is base, this is the height. Base is 28, height is 28, absolutely, because this is radius. So let's write the area of the triangle, half, base 28, height 28, half 28 into 28. Right? Okay, so let's just simplify. So this is 1 by 4. So 4 into 7, 28 directly cancels. So here let's cancel it. So 1 and 14. So 28 is common, right? So 28 common into 22 minus 14. Right? So this is nothing, 28 into 8, right? Which is equal to 4, 6, 2, 24. 224 centimeters square. Alright, So the next one. Now he says the number of revolutions made by a circular wheel of area 6.16 meters square. Now circular wheel as in area is given. That means we can find the radius. Okay. So number of revolutions made by a wheel in rolling a distance of 352 meters is. Right? Okay. So a wheel is rolling now. So suppose this is my wheel and this is my road. Right? Can you tell me in one revolution how much distance will it cover? In one revolution it will cover the distance of 2 pi r. Right? So he says number of revolutions. Now suppose the number of revolutions is n. Right? In one revolution it covers up this much distance. In n revolutions it will cover up this distance. And this distance has to be 352. Right? Okay. So n I need to find out. That means I need to find out radius first. And for radius he says the area is given. Area of a circle is given. Can't you find the radius? Now area is what? Pi r square is equal to 6.16. Now I'm not a big fan of decimals, so I'll write it like this. Right? And let's put in the value of pi, which is 22/7. Right? And this is objective paper, so that means I can directly cancel the factors. Right? So this is 2. I'm cancelling it by 11, obviously. So this is 5, 55, 66, 56. So this is what? 28. So r square, I can further cancel it, right? But why would I want that? 6, 5. 196/100. So basically I have r square equal to 1.96, or I can say r is equal to what? It should be 1.4, I guess. Right? It was 1.96. 196 is square of what? 14. So that's why 1.4 meter. Obviously there's no problem with the dimensions, right? So radius is 1.4. So let's just substitute the values. So pi is 22/7. 22/7 and radius is 1.4. So into 14/10, obviously, because I don't like decimals. Not a big fan, right? So let's cancel the common factors. Okay, so this is 2. Again, I'll go for 11. So sheet 32, right? So this is 4 and this will be 8, right? Oh my god. So 2, this is 4. Oh, so n is equal to 10 into 4, that is 40. Right? So the wheel needs to make 40 revolutions in order to cover this much distance. Alright, so the next question. Water is flowing at the rate of 1 kilometer per hour through a circular pipe of diameter 16 centimeter. Right? So there's a circular pipe, as in the mouth is circle and the pipe would be something like this. So that means this shape is cylinder. Now, this water is flowing through this and it is used to fill up a circular system of diameter this and depth this. That means the system is in the shape of the cylinder itself. Right? So water is coming from here and it is dropping here. Right? He says the time taken for the system to be filled. So I need to fill up the system. Right? So that means in the entire space, water should come up. So how much water should come here? As in the volume of the system. Right? So volume of the water in system is equal to volume of the system. Right? So volume of the system is what? Pi r square. Now r is what? Now diameter is 8. So radius will be 4. So pi into 4 square into depth, which is 1. Right? So volume of water that I need to fill. From where? From the pipe. So the pipe. Now I need to find the time taken, right? So let the time taken be CR. Now why I'm talking about an hour? Because the speed is in an hour, right? Also we need to be careful because here the dimension is kilometer, here the dimension is meter, and here it is centimeter. Oh, very careful. So what I'll do is I'll turn everything to meter, right? So already meter mein hai, so I'm not touching it now. So volume of water in the system will be filled up from the pipe, right? So that means I need to find out the volume of water in the pipe. Now, he says that the water is flowing at the rate of 1 kilometer per hour, right? And as suppose it takes T hours to fill up the system. That means the water is flowing for T hours, right? In 1 hour, it covers up how much distance? 1 kilometer, right? Which is what? 1000 meter. In T hours, how much distance will it cover up? 1000 T meter, right? So suppose at the beginning of T hours, the water is here, and at the end it is here. So that means water has traveled from here till here, right? So total water would be this thing, the volume of the cylinder actually, right? So the length or the height of the cylinder is what? 1000 T, right? And I already know the diameter, so that means I know the what? Radius. So volume of the cylinder, so pi is equal to pi r. Now r is 8 centimeter, right? So but I need to change it to meter. So 8 by 100 into 8 by 100 into what? Into the length of the cylinder into 1000 feet. Now I don't have much space. What I'll do is I'll write it again and I'll erase this part a bit because I need space, that's why. Okay, this looks very bad. Okay, fine. So volume of the cylinder we wrote, this cylinder, so pi whole square into 1. This is equal to volume of this cylinder, so pi. Radius is 8, so 8 by 100 because we are changing into meter, so 8 by 100 into 8 by 100 into the length which is 1000 T, right? Okay, so pi and pi gets cancelled. Now 1000, 3 zeros are cancelled, so this is cancelled. Now 4 into 4, square से लिखना है 4 into 4, right? So 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Okay, so this is 5. Alright, so T turns out to be 5 whole divided by 2. I'm sure you can do that, right? So time turns out to be 5 by 2 hours. That means it is nothing but 2 plus half, or I can say 2 hours and 30 minutes. As an option D is the correct. Alright, so the next one. Now he says in the figure, find the radius of the circle, right? I need to find the radius. As in this length, or I can find this length. Not a big deal. Because this is R, this will also be definitely R. And this angle is 90 degrees. Oh, wait a second. All the angles are 90 degrees. This is definitely what? This is a rectangle, right? It is a parallelogram with one angle 90 degrees. Definitely it is a rectangle. Also, adjacent sides are equal. That means this is a square. ये तो देखते ही पता चल रहा था that this is a square, right? So if this is R, this will also be R, right? And this will also be R, right? Somehow I need to find an equation in R. Now let's see, what do I know? I know the entire length is 21, right? Now if this is R, this is what? This is nothing but 21 minus R. Right? You'll be like, ma'am, how I will use this length? Now, if you look carefully, CQ is tangent to the surface, right? C is the external point. From here, I have another tangent. Which one? If I talk about CR, CR is also a tangent from this external point. That means this will be equal to this. CQ will be equal to CR. Now, if this is 21 minus R, this will also be 21 minus R. Right? Okay, okay. Whatever we know, we are just writing down right now. Right? Similarly, if this is R, the entire length is 20. This is R, that means this length, this length. This will be definitely 20 minus R. Right? This length. Now, if you look carefully, AP is a tangent. Also from A, I have another tangent, which is AR. So AP will be equal to AR. If this is 20 minus R, this will be 20 minus R. Right? Now, if I want to find the value of R, I need a relationship. What I haven't used till now. Oh, what is that one thing? Come on. This is 90 degrees. That means ABC is a special triangle. It is a right angle triangle. So this is 21, this is 20. This is hypotenuse, which is 20, 21, third is 29. I hope they remember the Pythagorean triplets. Come on, people. Right? So that means the entire length is 29. right? Now entire length 29. This should be equal to this plus this. This is what? 20 minus r plus this, that is 21 minus r. Right, so 29 is equal to 41 minus 2r. From here you can find the value of r, which turns out to be 6 centimeter. Alright, so the next one. He says xy and x dash y dash are two parallel tangents at P and Q of a circle with center O. Right, so we have a circle with center O. Right, and let's take point P here, suppose, and point Q here. Right, now I need to draw two parallel tangents. So obviously, suppose this is my first parallel tangent, and I will name this as xy. So this point is x, this point is, let's make it further apart. This point is y. Right, and at Q I will have my another tangent, which will be x dash and y dash. Right, now, and radius is 6 centimeters. So radius of the circle is given to me. Right, okay, radius is given. Now another tangent AB with point of contact C intersects xy and x dash y dash. So another tangent, suppose, let's make the tangent here. Right, so you know what, I'll make y further apart. Suppose this is my y. Right, and the point of contact is C. Now this tangent intersects xy at A. So this point is A. Right, this point is nothing. Right, and x dash y dash at B. So this point is D. Right, AP is 8 centimeter. So this length is 8 centimeter. Right, and BQ, oh, tiny one. So this is 4.5. And this is Q. Right, so I need to find the area of triangle AOB. So let's join AO first and then OB. Right, I need to find the area of this triangle. Right, so what do I know? I know that the lines are parallel. Right, tangents there. That means I will join with the center. Right, so if I join the point of contact with the center, this is 90 degrees. Also, this is the radius. Careful. So this is 6. Radius is given to us. Right, and now this is also the point of contact. So this is 90 degree and this point is again 6. Right, okay. Now what else do I know? This is also the point of contact. That means this will be what? 90 degree. Oh, wait a second. Triangle AOB. This is a perpendicular. Right, and I know this length. This is nothing but the radius. Right, half base into height. I know the height. I just need to find the base. I need to find the length AB, which is obviously very clear to us, isn't it? Now, can you see that AP is equal to AC? Come on, A is an external point. This is a tangent, and from this point I have another tangent. That means this is 8. This will be 8. Right. Similarly, B is a point external to the circle. This is a tangent, and from the same point I have this tangent. So this and this, these are equal. Doesn't seem so, but they are. Right, so this is 4.5, this is 4.5. Right, that's it. Let's write half base. Now base is the entire thing. Now this is 8, this is 4.5. The entire is 12.5. Yes. Into height. Height is what? This length, which is 6. Right. So this is 3, 12.5 into 3. So 36 plus 1.5, which is 37.5 centimeters square, of course. Right. So now we have the integer type. So let's see. If radius of the circle is diminished by 10%, radius is diminished, as in it is reduced by 10%. Right? Okay. So I'll assume my radius is r. Right, now it is reduced by 10%, that means r minus 10% of r. Right, I think we can write that directly anyway. So this is nothing but 90r by 100, or I can write as 9r by 10. Right, 9r by 10. Done. So I need to find out by what percentage its area is diminished. By what percentage its area reduced. Now let's see, initially the radius is r, the area of the circle will be pi r square, right? Now the area, now you have a new radius, that means you have a new area. So pi, radius is this now, so 9r by 10 whole square, right? So I need to find basically the decrease percentage. The decrease is old minus new, this is the decrease. Now with respect to what? It has decreased from this, right? From this. So that means the old one, so pi r square into percentage, so into 100. Right? Now as you can see, pi r square, so definitely numerator se common aayega, right? So I am left with 1 minus 9 by 10 whole square whole divided by pi r square into 100. Right? This and this gets cancelled. This is 1 minus 81 by 100 into 100. Right? Which will give you 19%. Right? So obviously the answer is 19. And actually, if I think about it, I could have supposed my R to be some number as well. But it's not better. Let's surely not. Doesn't matter. So answer is 19. Alright, so the next one. Now he says in the figure, AB is equal to 8. So the entire length is 8. Alright, AR is 3. So this length is 3. Right, BC is 13. BC is 13. And you need to find the length AC, the entire length. Now out of AC, you already know AR, right? So if I want to find AC, I just need this length, CR. Now let's see whether I can find CR or not. Now how will I find CR? Let's see, what do I know? I know that AR is 3. Now A is the point external to the circle. This is a tangent, obviously this is also a tangent. That means this is 3, this is also 3. Right? Okay, this is 3. Now, the entire length is 8. This is 3. This length is 5. 8 minus 3. Come on, people. Right? Now, of course, if this length is 5, this length is also 5, isn't it? Come on, again, B is a point external to it. Now, I know the entire length BC. This is 5. This will be 8. Right? Now, I wanted to find CR, right? Instead of that, I found out CQ. Not a big deal because I know if this is 8, this will also be 8. Right? I want the length AC, which is 3 plus 8, which is 11. That's the answer. Right. So, the next one. A brooch or brooch, I don't know how to pronounce that, but you can very well Google it. Now, I will call it brooch, I guess. Right. A brooch is made with silver wire in the form of a circle with diameter this. Right? So brooch is basically jewelry item. I mean, if you stick it on your coat or blazers, or women can also do that. Okay, fine. You can Google it, right? So this is in the form of a silver wire. Is made with silver wire in the form of a circle. Right? So obviously the silver wire is here. Right? Diameter is given, that means radius is given. Radius is what? 7 by 2 millimeter, of course. The wire is also used, now the same silver wire is also used to make 5 diameters dividing the circle in 10 equal sectors. So I need to make 5 diameters. So suppose, center से भी बात करो तो diameter कैसे हो सकता है? Right? Suppose this is my center, otherwise वो दिखेगा ही नहीं मुझे. Right? 1 diameter, 2 diameter, 3 diameter, 4 diameter, and 5 diameter. Obviously, the sectors are not equal, but I am sure you can make it better than me. Right? So, the wire is used where? In the circumference, right? As well as forming these 5 diameters. So I need to find, what do I need to find? The length of the total silver wire required, right? So silver wire is here, first of all, in the circumference, which is 2 pi r. Plus, it is also used in these diameters. Now, how many diameters are there? They are 5 in number. So plus 5. Now, length of each diameter, that is 2r. Right? So we'll just put in the value. So this is 2 into, now obviously pi is 22 by 7 into r, which is 7 by 2 plus 5 into 2 into 7 by 2. Right? So this and this gets cancelled, this and this gets cancelled, this and this gets cancelled. 22 plus 35, which will give you the answer 57 millimeter, and you will write 57. Alright, so the next question is, we have three concentric circles, 1, 2, 3, and we have named the circles A, B and C of radius 6, 8 and 10. Right? If arc x, t, y, this arc basically subtends the angle of 140 degree at the center. So this arc subtends the angle 140 degree. So this angle, if you can see it, is 140 degree. Right? This angle is 140 degree. Now, you need to find the area of the shaded region. Right? Shaded region is what? First of all, this one. Right? This region and this region, the entire region. Now, out of this region, I can very well find the area of this region, the tiny one. Can't I? This is nothing but the sector of a smaller circle. Come on, people. Right? So, sector of the smaller circle, that means the area of the sector is theta by 360 degree into pi r square. Now, theta is the central angle, which is 140 degree. Right? So, 140 degree by 360 degree into pi. So, let pi be as it is. Right? Into. Now, radius of the smallest circle, that is 6. So, 6 square. Right? So, I have found out the area of this shaded region. Now, I need the area of this region as well. How do I get this area? Now, this is getting involved in the sector, no doubt about it. But, if you look carefully, if I take the sector of the bigger circle, I'll get the entire region, right? I'll get this part as well. But, I don't want this part. मुझे ये वाला part नहीं चाहिए. Now, the thing that I need to subtract is nothing but the sector of this middle circle. Right, as the circle D. So, if I want to find the area of this portion, what I can do is, I can find the area of the sector of the biggest circle, biggest one, right, minus area of this sector, which is the sector of the middle circle. So, let's write it. So, sector, area of the sector, that is 140 degree by 360 degree, right, pi. Now, I am taking the bigger sector right now. So, my radius is 10. So, pi 10 square. Now, from the biggest circle, from the biggest sector, I'll subtract this sector, right, the middle sector, minus 140 degree by 360 degree into pi. Now, the radius of the middle one, that is 8. So, 8 square. Right? Okay. What I can do is, I can take 140 degree by 360 degree into pi common. Right? This is nothing but 36. Plus 10 square minus 8 square, which is what? 100 minus 64, that is 36. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it is. Cool. Right. So, let's just substitute in the value now. So, pi is 22 by 7. 22 by 7. So, this is 72. 72. This is what? 20. 0 cut करते हैं 1 2. So this is 22 into 4, which is 88, and the answer is 88 centimeter square. So we'll just write 88. All right. So the next one. Now he says a well of diameter 2 meter, diameter 4 meter, is just 21 meter deep. Right. So we have a well. Suppose this is my well. Right. So obviously it will be longish, because height is quite long, right? Now, diameter is 4, that means the radius is 2 meter, and height, that is 21. Right? So, this well is dug. Obviously, the soil inside it has to be taken out, right? And what are we doing with the soil? The earth taken out of it has been spread evenly all around it in the form of the ring, right? In the form of the ring. So, all around it. Now, obviously, well is underground. So, all around it here. Right. Now, obviously, there will be some height. So, we don't know what that height is. In fact, we need to find out. right? Now, tell me, what kind of a shape will it hold? This is an embankment, right? From the soil taken out from this well, I have taken out and put the soil around it in the form of the ring. So, where is the soil? Soil is here. Right, soil is here. Right, and soil is here. Right, I need to find the height of the embankment. Height of the embankment. Now, what do I know? I know that the volume, basically the soil taken out from here, has been used to form this, what? Hollow cylinder, right? Hollow cylinder. Obviously, you cannot build anything over the well. You cannot cover it. It is a well. You have to take water out of it, right? So, soil from here has been taken out to form the hollow cylinder, right? So, volume of the soil as in volume of the cylinder, which is pi r. Now, r is volume of this well, that is 2. So, 2 square into height, which is 21. So, volume of the soil is this. Now, this soil has been used to form the hollow cylinder. So, this is equal to volume of the hollow cylinder. Now, volume of the hollow cylinder is what? The outer cylinder minus the inner one. Right, outer cylinder, pi. Now, I don't know the radius of the outer one. What do I know? I know the width of it, right? Width of the ring. So, that means this distance. I know this. Right, this is 2. So, if this is 2, this is 2. The radius is what? Radius is 4. The outer radius is 4. So, pi 4 square into height. Height I need to find out. So, let that height be h. Right, so into h. Minus. Now, the volume of this inner cylinder minus pi. Radius is what? 2. So, 2 square into h. Right. Now, we have an equation in h. Let's find out. Now, first of all, I'll take pi common and then cancel it. So, you be careful while you are cancelling it. So, this is what? 2 into 2 into 21 is equal to h common ले लेते हैं. So, h into 4 square minus 2 square, or I can say 4 minus 2 into 4 plus 2 is 4 minus b square. Come on, people. So, 2 into 6. So, 2 into 6. Right? So, 2 gets cancelled. This is 3 and this is what? Nothing. Right? And this is 7. That's it. So, h turns out to be 7 and you have to write the answer as 0, 7. Oh, 7. 8. Right. Alright. So, the next one. Now, the mean of the data is given to us. We need to find the value of k. Now, mean is given. Right. So, basically, I have the observation and the corresponding frequency is 7. 10 frequency is 6. 15 frequency is k. I need to find this frequency. Now, mean is given of this data. Now, can you find the mean as it is? Can't you? Mean is what? Mean is sum of observations over total number of observations, right? Now, sum of observations. So, obviously, the observation 5 occurs 7 times, right? So, I can say that is 5 into 7 plus. Now, 10, observation 10 occurs 6 times. So, that means 10 into 6 plus 15 into k or 15k plus 20 into 4, that is 80, plus 25 into 5, which is 125. Right? Whole divided by the total number of observations. Total number. Now, 5 observation occurs 7 times. Right? So, 7, this is 6, then 7 plus 6 plus k plus 4 plus 5. Total number of observations. Right? And this is equal to mean, which is given to me, which is 14. Right? So, this is 14. So, that's it. I have set up an equation in k. You just need to find it. So, let's see. 14 is equal to, now this is 35. 35 plus 60, that is 95. 95 plus 15k plus 205. 205. Whole divide by, now this is 13. 13 plus 9, that is 22. So, 22 plus k. Right? 95 plus 2, oh, that is 300. It's a nice number. Right? 300. How cool. Right? So, let's just cross multiply. So, 14 into 22, I'll try that. 14 into 20, that is 280. 280 plus 28, that is 308. I'm getting good at it. And 14 into k, so plus 14k is equal to 300 plus 15k. Right? So let's just transpose and k turns out to be 8. So your answer is 0, 8. Right. So the next question is a rectangle with dimension 7 cm into 2 cm rotates about 7 cm side as axis. You need to find the volume of the solid it generates. Right. So you should have a paper with you. Right. Because rectangle. So this is my rectangle. Obviously this is the longer one and this is the shorter one. So this is 7 cm. Now I need to rotate this rectangle about which axis? About this one. This is my axis, right? So about this I'll try to rotate. So this is my first revolution, right? Now in order to visualize this solid, you need to rotate it at a fast pace. So let's try to see that. Now I hope you are able to see what is happening. So what happens is this comes down and can you visualize which figure is happening here? Well, I hope. Now let's see. Let me try to explain on the board. So this is my rectangle, right? And this is 7 centimeter, right? Centimeter, right? About this, I'm trying to rotate. So this comes down, right? So this is something like this, right? Basically, here the circle will be there. Obviously here the circle will be there. So what shape is this? Oh, it's a cylinder, isn't it? Right, I'm asking you the volume of the cylinder. Volume of the cylinder is what? Pi r square h. If I know r as in radius and if I know height, I can find the volume. Now, height of the cylinder, which is very clear, which is this length, which is 7 centimeters. So height is 7. So pi r we will find out and height is 7. Now radius. Now radius is what? This much length, right? This is what? The 2 centimeter length, right? So the radius is 2. This is 2, this is 2. Ye bhi radius here, right? So radius is 2. So into 2 square. That's it. Let's evaluate now. So pi is 22 by 7, of course, into 2, into 2, into 7. This and this gets cancelled. 22 into 4, that is 88. Oh, again the answer is 88. Nice. Answer is 88. Alright. So now we are beginning the subjective part of the paper. So let's begin. Draw a line segment of length 12.6 centimeter. Right. So first of all, this is my line segment. And this is 12.6 apparently. So I'll name this A and B. Right? And divide it in the ratio 3:5 by 2 different methods. So I need to divide this line segment in the ratio 3:5. Right? Obviously I don't know where that point is. And by means of construction, I need to do that. So that means I just have a compass as well as a pencil, I guess. Right? Okay. So let's see. How do I proceed? Now, what do I know in geometry in class 10? Triangles chapter mein there was basic proportionality theorem, right? Now, in basic proportionality theorem, there was a triangle required, wasn't it? Triangle was there. Now, where is the triangle? No, triangle is not there, right? So that means you do need to form a triangle. So you just have a single line right now. So you need another side. So what I'll do is, from here, at any given angle, you will draw a line. Right? Suppose this is my line. Now, I wanted to divide this line segment in the ratio 3:5. What if I divide this line segment? I mean, obviously, I haven't marked that point yet. But what if I divide this line segment, which I'll form, in the ratio 3:5? Why would I do that? Because in the basic proportionality theorem, what was given? Right? This by this. Now, yeah, it was that if this line is parallel to this one, so we can say that, I'll draw it again, I'll remind you what is basic proportionality theorem. So if DE is parallel to BC, we used to say that AD by DB is equal to AE by EC, right? So this thing, that means if I want to divide this in some ratio, I can instead of that divide this line, this side of the triangle in some ratio, right? Obviously, I can divide this in the ratio 3:5. But first of all, let's see how can I do it. So 3 is to 5. That means total parts कितने बनाऊँ? हाँ, 3 plus 5, that is 8. So let's make 8 equal parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right? And I will name this C. Now I can easily divide this line segment AC in the ratio 3 is to 5. Can't I do that? So 3 is to 5, as in this will be the point. The point D divides this line segment in the ratio 3 is to 5. Right? Now, I just need to make sure that this line segment is also divided in the same ratio. Right? अब triangle, पहले तो triangle बनाना है, join तो करो B and C को, triangle बनाते हैं. Right? अब same ratio यहाँ पे भी होनी चाहिए. Right? Same ratio यहाँ पे होनी चाहिए. That means I need the parallel line. This is the base, that I need this one. Right? I need the parallel line from here. So BC, यहाँ पे DE होना चाहिए. So I need a line parallel to BC. So यहाँ पे कुछ होना चाहिए. अब parallel line के construction, I think we know how to do that, don't we? Come on, parallel lines कैसे बनाते हैं? Now we know that the corresponding angles in the case of parallel lines are equal. So this angle will be equal to this angle. So what I'll do is I'll construct the same angle here on the point D. Now how do I construct that? First of all, I'll keep my compass, the pointing bit here at C, and measure this distance, right? This one, right? Then I'll take my compass, I'll put my pointy bit here and mark it here, right? Suppose this is it. So this is it. Mark it here, right? Now what I'll do is I'll keep the pointy bit here now and I'll measure this distance. So I will measure this, right? So what I'll do is I'll keep it here and measure this and cut an arc, right? So what I'll do is I'll join D and this point and extend it so that it intersects AB at this point, which is E. I'll make sure that this angle and this angle, these are equal because corresponding angles in the case of parallel lines are equal. So we can say that DE is parallel to BC. बिल्कुल नहीं लग रही हैं, but okay, fine. Right? Now let's see. Now we know that AD by DC is what? 3 is to 5. We made sure of that. Now if this ratio is 3 is to 5, this line is parallel to this one. Right? This ratio should also be 3 is to 5. That means your point E is the point of division of AB for the required ratio. Right? Now this is the one method. He says you need two methods. Right? So let's go for the other one. And also he says measure the two parts. So obviously you can measure AE and DE. Not a big deal. Right? Okay. Now let's go for the other method. Now just try to remember what else you learned in the triangle chapter. The basic proportionality theorems are applied. Now what else we learned? Yes. We learned similarity of triangles, didn't we? So let's see how we can involve similarity of triangles. So suppose, again, this is my line segment, AB. Right? I am interested in dividing this line segment in the ratio 3 is to 5. Using what? Similarity of triangles. That means I need to have two triangles. Right? Two triangles बनाने कैसे बनाए? अब मेरे पास सिंगल लाइन है, right? अगर मैं इसको extend कर दूंगी, if I make a line making some angle with this, I'll make this one. ये तो यहाँ से मुझे एक triangle मिलेगा, दूसरा triangle कहाँ से बनाए? अब I will utilize this point. Second point also I can utilize. And what I'll do is I will make the line on the opposite side. Why would I do that? Because perhaps I might get vertically opposite angles. In order to have similar triangles, I need two equal angles. The easiest criterion, right? Vertically opposite angles I might get if I keep it on the opposite side, right? So same angle. Now एक और angle चाहिए था. एक और angle कैसे बनाए? Now be careful. These two lines we made it, right? So that means I can ascertain which angle to make here, which angle to make here. What I'll do is I'll make sure that this angle is equal to this angle. I'll construct it like that. So let me erase this. Now you get my point. Now what I'll do is I'll try to construct the same angle here so that my one corresponding angle is equal. Now अब same angle कैसे बनाते हैं वो हमने देखा ही था, but okay, I'll repeat it. Keep the pointy bit here, cut an arc. Right? Keep the pointy bit here, cut an arc. Right? Then you measure this distance. Right? Measure. So now keep it here and cut an arc. Right? Now join this point and point B, and it will be something like this. Oh, yeah. Right? So this angle is equal to this angle. I made sure of that. Now what else? Now I need to make similar triangles. Now you can say, ma'am, ये इन दोनों को join कर दो. True, join कर देते हैं. This angle is equal to this angle, and also I'll get this angle equal to this angle. Vertically opposite angles. Similar triangles को मिलते हैं. तो मुझे करना क्या था? Oh, I needed to divide this line segment in the ratio 3:5. Did you make sure of that? 3:5 में कैसे divide होगा? तुमने तो कुछ किया ही नहीं. So you need to think of something. अभी ऐसे नहीं join कर सकते. You have to be sure of things. Now, I need to make sure that this by this is 3:5. Right? Now, similar triangles, we know that the ratio of corresponding sides is equal. So suppose this by this is 3:5. Let me try that. Now, 3:5. How do I do that? Now, what I'll do is I will cut 3 arcs, 1 equal arcs. Obviously, 1, 2, 3. So 3 parts बन गए. Now with the same length, I'll cut 5 arcs now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, ये ज़्यादा पास में हो गया. दूर करो से. Right? And I'll call this C and I'll call this D. Now I'll join C and D. Why did I do that? Because this by this is 3:5. I made sure of that. 3 parts, 5 parts. Right? Okay. So now let's see which are my similar triangles. So obviously this angle is equal to this angle. This angle is equal to this angle. That means triangle AOC is similar to triangle BOD. By which rule? By double A similarity rule. Right? So obviously AC by DB will be equal to AO by BO. So this point O is the point of division. This is the second method. Right? And last method, also write the step of construction for one of the methods. So any method that you like, just write these steps of construction. Right. So the next one. Now the median of the distribution is given to be 28.5. You need to find the value of X and Y. X and Y. Now median is given to you, right? Median I can find with the help of the formula as well. Now, formula of the median, that is, what is it? Lower limit plus n by 2 minus cumulative frequency of the class preceding median class whole divided by what? Frequency of the median class into class size. Right? Okay. Median is given to be 28.5. So, median is 28.5. Now, lower limit of the median class. Oh, median class तो पता ही नहीं मुझे. Median class नहीं पता मुझे. Median is 28.5. Median lies in median class, obviously. Now, 28.5 lies in which interval? This one? No. This one? No. This one? Yes. So, that means 20 to 30 is your median class. Right? Also, I'll be needing my cumulative frequency. So, let's write the cumulative frequency. So, let's make the column. Right? So 5, 5, then 8 plus 5, 13, then 13 plus x, then 13 plus x plus y, then 7 plus 13, that is what? 20, 20 plus x plus y, and then 25 plus x plus y. Right? Now, also something else is given to me. What? That the total number of frequency, that the sum of all the frequency, that is given to be 60. Right? So, total frequency यहाँ से भी मिलती है. So, which is nothing but 25 plus x plus y. This is the sum of all frequency. Right? This is equal to 60. Right? From here, you can find the relationship in x and y. So, x plus y turns out to be 35. Right? So, I have a relation here. Now, let's use this relation. So, 28.5 is equal to lower limit of the median class, which is 20 plus n by 2. Now, this is total number of frequencies, sum of frequencies, which is 60. So, 60 by 2, or I can say 30 now. So, 30 minus cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. Now, median class is this. Preceding one is 10 to 20. So, cumulative frequency is 13. Careful, right? Many of you have written this wrong. Very bad. Right? Whole divided by frequency of what? Frequency of the median class, which is x, into class size, which is obviously 10. Right? I just need to evaluate it. In fact, I'll get the value of x directly. So 28.5 minus 20, that is 8.5, or I can say 17 by 2, right, is equal to 7 into 10 by x. Right? Which cancel nahi ho raha? 30 minus 7, 30 minus 13, that is 17. How stupid I am, right? This and this gets cancelled. So, x turns out to be 20, right? X turns out to be 20. What will be the value of y? Obviously, y will be 15, right? So, that's the answer. X is 20, y is 50. Alright, so the next one. Now, following is the cumulative frequency distribution of less than type of 1000 persons, each of age 20 years and above. 20 years and above, right? You need to determine the modal age, right? Okay, so that means I need to find the mode of this data. So, mode of the distribution निकालने हैं सबसे पहले class intervals को, right? So, let's try to write the class intervals first. Now, class intervals. So, as you can see, I have 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Also, the age has to be 20 years and above. So, my class intervals will look something like 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 80, 60 to 70. Sleeping people, wake up, right? 70 to 80. Right? Okay, so now I can write the corresponding frequencies as well. So frequencies लिखनी है मुझे, not a big deal. Now let's see. He says I have 100 people below 30. Right? Now everybody is above 20. Right? Below 30 वाले 100 है. That means 20 and 30 के बीच में there will be 100 people. Right? Now I need to find the number of people in 30 to 40. Now, below 40, they are 220 people, and below 30, they are 100 people. Now, below 40, they are 220 people. So, this is 220, and below 30, so below 30, 100 people. I need 30 to 40. How many people are there? 220 minus 100, or I can say 120. 120. Right? Now, I need 40 to 50. So, I'll try to explain again now. So, below 50, I have 350 people. Below 50, 350 people. And below 40, 220. So, below 40, below 50. So, this is 220. What do I need? I need 40 to 50, the mid ones, right? Which will be 350 minus 220. I can say 130. Right? Now, you know what is happening. So, 50 to 60 will be 750 minus 350, that is 400. Then 60 to 70, that is 950 minus 750, which is 200. Then 70 to 80, which is 1000 minus 950, which is 50. Done. So I have my table now. I just need to find the mode. Mode, formula of the modes. It is very easy. Mode is equal to lower limit of the modal class plus F1 minus F0 whole divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into class size of the modal class. Now, modal class as in the class with the maximum frequency. So, let's see. This is the one. This is the modal class, 50 to 60. You need to mention this in your paper. Otherwise, 1 mark you will lose. Right? So, 50 to 60 is your modal class. So, 50 is the lower limit plus F1. Now, F1 is the frequency of the modal class, which is 400. minus F naught. F naught is the frequency of the class preceding modal class. So modal class is this, preceding one is this. Frequency is 130. So we'll divide by 2F1, so 2 into 400 minus F naught minus 130 minus now F2. F2 is the frequency of the class succeeding the modal class. So this is the class, frequency is 200. Right? Into class size of the modal class, so that is 10. So into 10. You can very well find it out. This turns out to be 55.74. Right? Right. So the next one, which is a NCERT book question, I guess. So let's discuss. If PQ is a chord of length 10 centimeter of a circle with radius 13 centimeter. Okay, so I have a circle. Radius is 13. Radius is 13. And PQ is a chord of length 10 centimeter. So suppose this is my chord and the length is 10 centimeter. And suppose this is the center of my circle. The tangents are P and Q. So at these points, I need to have tangents. So let's make it. This is my tangent and this is my tangent. Right? Now, these intersect at point C. So this is the point C. Right? I need to find the length CP. Okay, not a big deal. I just need to find this length. Now, obviously, tangents are getting involved. Right? I will join the point of contact with the center. Similarly here. Right? That means these two are the radiuses, radii. So radius is given, that is 13. So this is 13 and this is 13. Now what else do I know? Also I know that P is a point external to the circle. So that means TP will be equal to TQ. Wait a second. Can you tell me what kind of shape is this? PQOP. What kind of shape is this? This is equal to this. This is equal to this. Definitely this is a kite, right? Kite hai. So that means if I join C and O, this angle is 90 degree. Also, if this angle is 90 degree, I can directly say this is equal to this. Right? Oh, I should put 2, right? This is equal to this. And let this point be R. But you will be like, ma'am, it doesn't solve our purpose. How will we find CP? Okay, what else do I know? I know the length of the chord PQ. The entire length is 10. So that means this length will be 5. Right? Okay, this is 5. Now what else do I know? Oh, this is 19. This is 13. This is 5. That means this length is 12. This length is 12. You'll be like, ma'am, still doesn't make any sense how we will find CP. Now look carefully. CP is getting involved here. Right? That means CP is getting involved in this triangle. CPO. Right? What is this other triangle whose sides I know? I know this is 5. I know this is 12. That means I can consider this tiny triangle. Now, is there a relationship between this tiny triangle and the big one? Come on. Similar, eh? Obviously. How? Because this angle is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. Tangent, center, come on people, right? And this angle is the common one. Two corresponding angles are equal. Definitely this triangle is similar to the big one. Now let's write the corresponding part. The triangle CPO is similar to triangle. Now corresponding to P, I should have R. So R, and O corresponding to O, I should have O. That means I'm left with P. So TPO is similar to PRO by AA similarity rule. I'm interested in CP, right? So let's involve CP. CP by PR is equal to, now what else do I know? I know OR and PR. So somehow, if I, okay, PR मैंने already कर लिया, OR यहाँ पे involve हो रहा है, so let's use it. So OR over OP. OP I know, OP भी बता मुझे लो. What? So CP by PR. PR is this length, which is 5, is equal to OR, which is, where is OR? This is 12. Okay, this should be what? OP, right? OR is 12. Did I write something wrong? Okay, CP by CR is equal to OR by OP. Okay, this is something wrong. I did something wrong. Okay, maybe we wrote the similarity statement wrong. Let's see. एक बार देख लेते हैं. So TPO, P के corresponding होना चाहिए R, right? O के corresponding O. So let's see. So TP by PR is equal to. Now I am writing all the corresponding parts. So PO by RO is equal to TO by PO. Right? Obviously ये तो involve नहीं हो रहा, so मैं इन दोनों को use करूँगी. Right? Right. मेरे को अपनी handwriting की समझ नहीं आ रही थी. Right? Very bad. So now I write it. So TP by PR, which is 5, is equal to PO, which is 13, whole divided by RO, which is 12. Right? TP आ तो गया. TP is equal to 65 by 12. That's it. 65 by 12 centimeter, of course. I don't understand what kind of methods you do in the test. Some people have filled up 2 pages doing this, finding the value of TP. And how many steps? 1, 2, I know you need to write some more steps, but hardly half a page through. And then you say, ma'am, it takes too much time. Because you people don't try to find new methods. Whatever the method is given in NCERT, we'll do it. Why? If that method is long, that means you should find a new method. That's why it takes you long time to do the paper. Right. So the next question is, find the area of the shaded region where ABCD is a square of side length 7. So this length is 7 centimeter, of course. And semicircles are drawn with each side as the diameter. So keeping this as the diameter, this is semicircle, this is semicircle, this is semicircle, and this is semicircle. And you need to find the area of these regions. Right? Now, if you look carefully, this area and this area and this area as well as this area, right? These areas should be equal by symmetry, right? So what I'll try to do is I will name these areas. So this is 1 and suppose this is 2 and this is 3 and this is 4, right? So I've named these areas. That means I need to find what? I need to find 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. That's it. That's my job. Now let's see what I can easily find. Now if you look carefully, suppose I will consider this area and this area first. Right? How do I find it? Now this is external. This is external to this semicircle. Right? As well as this semicircle. And this is also external to this semicircle and this semicircle. So let's see what's happening. So if I take this semicircle and this semicircle. From the area of the entire square, if I subtract this and this, I'll be left with 2, 1 and 3. Right? So 1 plus 3 is equal to what? 1 plus 3 is equal to area of the square, which is 7 square, minus area of these 2 semicircles. Now, area of one semicircle, I can write it. So minus half pi, which is 22 by 7, into radius. Now diameter is 7, right? Radius is 7 by 2. So into 7 by 2 into 7 by 2. Now this is one semicircle, I have 2, so into 2. Right? So let's find out. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled, 7 and 7 gets cancelled. So this is 11. This is what? 77 by 2. So 49 minus 77 by 2. Which will turn out to be 21 by 2. Right? This is 1 plus 3. You still need to find 2 plus 4. Now come on people, 2 plus 4 will be equal to what? Now I need to find out this area and this area. That means from the entire square, if I subtract this area and this area, I'll be able to find out this area. But वो equally है, symmetry तो है. Right? So 2 plus 4 also turns out to be 21 by 2. So just add them up and you'll get your answer as 21 centimeter square. Alright, so the next one. A vessel is in the form of an inverted cone, right? And its height is 11 centimeter and radius of its top which is open is 2.5 centimeter, right? So I have an inverted cone, right? And obviously the top is this circle, right? Height is 11. Now ये inverted cone किसी भी angle से नहीं लग रहा. Now wait. Somewhat better, I guess, right? Now the height is 11 centimeter, right? And now let's see, right? And radius is 2.5, so this is 2.5. Okay, I'm not writing centimeter. Now it is filled with water, so this is all filled up. This is my water, right? When some lead shots, each which is a sphere. So basically, these are my lead shots. I'm putting it here, right? Now each of radius, so their radius is 0.25 centimeter, are dropped into the vessel, and 2/5 of the water flows out, right? Obviously, water will flow out. Why? Because some extra volume has been added, right? Okay. You need to find the number of lead shots dropped into the vessel. So let the number of lead shots dropped into the vessel be n, right? Now, why did the water flow out? Because that much space has been occupied by the sphere, by the shot, right? So the volume of water which flowed out has been occupied by the spheres now. So volume of sphere is equal to volume of water that flowed out. Right? That's it. You just needed to understand this. Now you can write your answer. Right? Volume of sphere. Sphere, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube. R is what? R is 0.25. So I'll write 25 by 100 into 25 by 100 into 25 by 100. Right? Into volume of the water that flowed out. Now 2/5, where is it? 2/5 of the water flows out. So 2/5 of what? 2/5 the volume of the cone. So 2/5 the volume of the cone. So volume of the cone is 1 by 3 pi r. Now r, radius of the cone 2.5, or I can say 25 by 10 into 25 by 10 into what? Into height, which is 11. Right? We didn't do one thing, which was, now volume of the spheres, not one, right? Volume of the sphere. This is the volume of one sphere. How many spheres are there? There are n in number. So the total volume involved by the sphere is n into volume of one sphere. Right? So careful. Right? Now you have an equation in n. Now let's try to cancel out. So pi and pi gets cancelled. 25 gets cancelled, 25 done. Okay, perfect. Now let's see. 100 gets cancelled. So this is 1, 2, right? Okay, so let's see. What else? Oh, 3 and 3 gets cancelled. Okay, perfect. This is 1 by 4. This is 1 by 2. Right? So this is n is equal to 11 into 2 into 100 by 5. Right? Am I missing something? No. So this is what? 20. So 11 into 40, which is 440. So basically the number of lead shots dropped into the water is 440 in number. Alright. So the next and the last question, and it is such a tiny question. So in the figure, PA is equal to PE. We need to prove C, G, H and B, they are concyclic. Right? That means these 4 points lie on a circle. You need to prove this. Now, there are various methods to prove that the points are concyclic. Right? We can use the cyclic quadrilaterals. If I am able to prove that CGHD is a cyclic quadrilateral, my problem is solved. Right? Cyclic quadrilateral. So, पहले join कर लें quadrilateral को बनाने. देखिए तो सही मुझे कुछ at least, right? So I will join this. And I'll join this. I need to prove that this quadrilateral is cyclic. That means if I'm able to prove that the sum of the opposite angles is 180 degrees, my problem is solved. As in this angle and this angle, I need to prove that the sum is 180 degrees. Okay. So this I have analyzed. What needs to be proved from, right? What needs to be proven, I have just analyzed it. Now, let's use the given part. PA is equal to PE, right? This is tangent to this circle and this is tangent to this circle. Okay, so I have to make use of this. Now, what else is given in the circle, in the figure? Let's see. Now, CA, I have this thing also. This is nothing but the secant, right? This is getting involved in the secant of the circle. Now, tangent is also given, secant is also given. Do I know a relationship between tangent and secant? We did that in tutorial. And most of you, they miss tutorials because man, tutorial is so boring. And I mentioned this point in that tutorial, which you missed. Moral of the story is start attending the tutorials. They are kind of important. Right? Now, we were trying to analyze relationship between tangent and secant. So, let's try to see. So, suppose this is my circle. Right? Suppose this is my tangent. And from the same point, I have a secant as well. Right? This is my secant. So, suppose this point is P, this is P, this is A, this is B. In fact, you know what, I'll make this secant a bit, like I'll make a bigger angle here so that you can actually see what is happening. Right? Okay. And this point is A, this point is B. Now, is there a relationship between PT, TA and BB? It's a very nice relationship. If you don't know, you can derive it easily. Now, PT, TA, PB. Definitely, I'll be trying to involve some triangles. Now, PT is getting involved, PA is getting involved. That means this triangle, PAT, and PB also have to involve. That means I can use this triangle, PTB. Now, two triangles, this triangle and the big one, they are involved. Clearly, they should be similar, but you need to prove why. You will say, ma'am, one angle is equal, so problem solved. You need to prove that another angle is also equal. You know that, right? So other angles. Now let's see. Now I think most of you can say that this angle, this is theta, this is also theta. We have done this question numerous times. Alternate angle segment. Come on. ये क्या हुआ है हमने? अच्छा नहीं दिख रहा? Okay, fine. दोबारा से दिखाती हूँ मैं. Right. So what I can do is now ये tangent है. So center के साथ ये point join करते हैं. Right. So center is O. Now this entire angle is 90 degree, right? This is theta. That means this angle is 90 minus theta. Right? What else do I know? Now I know that this is the radius. This will also be the radius. That means this angle and this angle, these are equal. This is also 90 minus theta. ये 90 minus theta, ये 90 minus theta. This is 2 theta. Oh, 2 theta. 28 लिख दिया मैंने. 2 theta. Right? Now, I think you can see why that angle is theta. Come on. The same arc. This arc is subtending the angle at the center. Arc is subtending the angle on any other point on the circumference. So, obviously, if this is 2 theta, this is theta. Right? Okay. So, now, can you see that triangle CTA is similar to PBT? PTA as in this triangle, PBT as in the big one. Right? P is the common angle and this angle CT is equal to B. So, T ke corresponding B aa raha hai. Be careful while writing the similarity statement. Right? By AA similarity rule. Right? So, PT by PB is equal to PA by PT. Right, from here I can say that PT square is equal to PA into PB. This is a very important result in circles chapter. I would say if the third, like first is the tangent one, right, that's the angles between the tangent and the radii at the point of contact is 90 degree. First important proof. Second is the tangents from the external point, they are equal, right. Third is this one. PT square is equal to PA into PB. PT square is equal to PA into PB. Because it relates tangent and secant. It is a very important result. And if you are preparing for NTSC or if you are preparing for Olympiad, That means you should know this result very well, right? Okay, so even if you don't, we can derive it, and in fact you should have derived it separately because this is not a standard result in NCERT. You should have done this, right? Okay, so we have derived this result. Oh, I erased it. Okay, we'll write it again. So my result was CP square is equal to PA into PB. I said now let's try to apply here. Now यहाँ पे PA tangent is here, so PA square is equal to, now this is the secant, is equal to PC into PB. PC into PB, right? So you understand that, right? Okay. If you understand it, try to write the same relationship, same sort of relationship here. Now the tangent is PE, then you have PG, then you have PH. Write the same relationship. Come on, I want to check whether you have understood or not. So I can write PE square is equal to PG into PH. There is a big advantage here. Why? Because PA is equal to PE. PA square and PE square is getting involved. That means I can utilize this somehow. If this is equal to this, that means this is equal to this. Or I can say this is equal to this. So PC into PB is equal to PG into PH. From this relationship, I can have the ratio of the corresponding sides. And maybe then I can have similar triangles. Right? Now, let's take, what can we do? So, what I'll do is PC by PH. I'll take this in the denominator, and PG by PB. You can take the other one as well, it doesn't matter. Right? Now, look at it. Now, look at the beauty of this. He says PC by PH is equal to PG by PB. Now, when this side is getting involved, this side is getting involved, the other one. Right? And when this side is getting involved, this side is getting involved. So, flipping is happening here. So, that is pretty, I guess. Right? Now, let's see. Now, first of all, let's just write the triangles which are getting involved. So, PC and PG. So, PC be involved करना है, PG be involved करना है. That means triangle PCG. Triangle PCG. अभी मैं corresponding parts में लिख रही हूँ. Right? Then I need to involve PH and PB. That means I'll be involving the big triangle PHB. PHB triangle. Now, अभी तुमको पता भी नहीं चला ये similar है भी कि नहीं, check कर लें. He says PC by PH, okay, is equal to PG by PB, right? So side. अब बीच में angle equal मिल जाए, my problem is solved. Side, angle, side. Now this angle is the common one. Angle P is equal to angle P because it is the common one. So that means this triangle is similar to the big one by SAS similarity rule. Now, अब लिख लेते हैं similarity statement. So PC by PH था, so PC by PH, okay, perfect. Then PG by PB, PG by PB. Oh, good. I've written it nicely. Right? Okay. So what else do I know? मुझे तो prove करना था that the sum of these angles are equal. The sum of the angle is 180 degree. ये prove करना. Now you say, ma'am, you proved that the triangles are similar. How we will proceed further? Let's see. Angles involved करने हैं ना. Now tell me whether angle PCG, this angle, is equal to what angle? C is equal to H. That means angle PCG is equal to PHB, this angle. So if this angle is theta, this angle is theta as well. Right? But मुझे तो ये वाला angle चाहिए था. ये involve कैसे करूँ? Oh, linear pair. This is theta. That means this is what? 180 minus theta. This is theta. This is 180 minus theta. Their sum is 180 degree. So, if the sum of the opposite angles of the quadrilateral is 180 degree, that means the quadrilateral is cyclic in nature. Right? If the quadrilateral is cyclic, that means the points are concyclic. That's it. It's a proof now. And I don't understand तुम क्या कर रहे हो. And I have checked personally this time the papers, some of the papers, and you will get a scolding this time. Right. So that is it. I hope you learn how to deal with the problem. Also, please I've noticed in your subjective part, you do your calculations side by side. No. Leave your calculations till the end. Because you might cancel things out, right? तुम क्या करते हो? पहले लिख लोगे, फिर उसको लिख लोगे, फिर एंड में जाके वैसे ही तुम्हारी कैलकुलेशन गलती हो जाती है, तो पहले से ही काटना पड़ता है मुझे. So please keep your calculations for the end, right? So even if you do wrong calculation, at least last step पे कट रहा है वो, right? So that's it. Thank you, and I will see you next time.